quick live. I'm going to see if anybody gets on. I'm doing it this way for a short bit, and I will be going live using StreamYard shortly after this live. I'm going to wait and see if anybody gets here on just the plain YouTube live. And what we will be going over is a recent man burned alive near Muncie with individuals from Indianapolis. These same killers, the 4 charged so far, the 4th charge, Meagan Sloan, it was my intel that helped the Delaware County Sheriff's Department, along with other agencies, to look at Meagan Sloan. Her involvement with that arson murder. I just decided to figure I'd jump on this live now, but one thing I will be bringing up is how are we supposed to get justice when you have individuals, content creators outside of Indiana, and having members on their creator Facebook page, or pages, as I should say, like Reggie Ballantyne, his immediate family. Who's Reggie Ballantyne? The major kingpin that hired 2 hitmen from Georgia to kill an informant before they were picked up in the federal raid, Cartel Dilling, 2018. When you have Reggie Ballantyne and the Ballantyne family, longtime members of your content creator group on true crime, and them and their friends going back to other third parties, they're sitting with you on your group as members, how's that getting justice for anybody when you're giving that content of that intel you're getting from inside information from witnesses, be it victims, their families, coming forward trusting you and you're members of your said group? How's that getting justice when you have Reggie Ballantyne, kingpin, family members, and friends still in that cartel drug ring, getting that information back to them and their friends on the targeted missing murdered cases they caused? How is that getting anyone justice? But I decided to hop on here, do a quick live, just to kind of see where, if anybody shows up. I know I've been kind of quiet, but before I go into a gag order, I got 1 charged out of 4. The 4th one, I helped. Meagan Sloan sitting behind bars for an arson. They murdered a man alive. Burned him alive near Muncie. And if you look, other arson, murdered cases, burned alive, what are friends of every one of Galen Rose's lawsuit witness list, including a killer that was charged for a 5th targeted black murder, 1,000 feet from the 404 house, just 2 houses down from where he was beat to death, behind Jennifer Dean Barnes, or Jennifer Dean, the last one to leave and go less than 1,000 feet, a short run, a matter of about a minute and a half. Her and her husband, Corey, could have been home watching that fire erupt that they caused. How did the ISP, Indiana State Police detectives that I've talked to, they were clueless of Jennifer Dean and Corey Dean? How do I know these names? They were on a public, let out to the public witness list to 4 little girls murdered and an arson. The last 2 to leave, just seconds before that fire erupted, they admitted they knew the door, the locking mechanism to that back porch that he left out of. They seen all the trash, the rubbish, the clothes that she stored on that back porch. Remember the witness that came through and was saying when they were in the house, the flame leading to that back porch from the kitchen? Nothing to see there. But every single one of those witnesses on that witness list, including a convicted murderer who helped murder a 5th black man, black individual, targeted 2 years later, around 1,005 feet exactly from that Flora house location. Just behind that house, not even 1,000 feet, a 5th targeted black man was murdered. Jennifer was only paid $20 pack of smokes. How much drugs? How little money did she get paid to start that arson? She's only been charged with 1 out of the 5. But we're going to go in to here shortly something I've brought up. I want you guys to look up the Delaware County, the 4 charged. Megan Sloan was the last one my intel helped get behind bars. On Amy, I want you to look on her chest. The diamond tattoo. Go back on what I was showing when it came to Kiegan, callis. The Kiegan. Kiegan and his dad was trying to say that is how you say his name, is how you spell Kiegan. Kiegan, callis. Meagan Allen, her boyfriend, look on his back of his palm, on his hand. What diamond shows? Meagan Allen, her ring finger. What's showing? You can't see it now, but I want you to come back here in a second when I go into StreamYard. Give me about 10-15 minutes, if not a little bit longer. I'll probably set about 9 o'clock. That way I can upload what I need into pictures, or I can do slides for you. But if you plan about 9 p.m., I'll be going live. I just want to do a short live right here. But go back to some of the child killers, the killers that I've named. Remember Matt Hoffman, what he knew, refused to give to Andy? And I knew this when I met Andy Baldwin more than once in office. And the same intel I broke down piece by piece to Matt Hoffman. And when I had to sit there and look on Andy's face, holy shit, where the hell did all this come from? Weeks, months before I broke down and showed to Matt Hoffman. And I've got the texts. I've got the Facebook messaging. Not Facebook messaging, but the emails, the text. All that to Matt Hoffman. I can do more than just show. I can show and tell. Even where Jennifer Dean Barnes, her friends with other murderers, victims alike, I brought up to Matt Hoffman, including the Flora 4, the ties and connections back to Derek German, his family, the same cartel drug ring that targeted and killed those 4 little girls. Many of their friends, the same cartel dealers, the ones in and around that ring, go back to Derek German. Has anybody noticed where Blaine McClellan? He got another felony. He's still in and around that ring. But has anybody seen his 2025 brand new felony charges. I wonder if his good old little cousin is going to help him get out of those like he's done so many times before. It helps when you have elected officials, rank and file law enforcement, even prosecutors being longtime family friends and family to cartel dealers that are sitting right there for years. How many dealers of Derek German, his family, like Michaela Babcock? Did you all forget Michaela Babcock was arrested and charged for active dealing out of her drug house? The same drug house that the Patties went on national news, letting it be known to the world. The slumber party, she slept at an active drug house with an active dealer that was facing felony charges that were dropped down to just possession after the murders. Went from being dealing in charge of running a drug house to just possession, just like other members of the family, both sides. But what are these dealers? They're friends for a long time, going back to multiple killers and victims alike. But yeah, join me about 9:15. Hopefully I have enough time. I'm gonna get these slides going. But I'm gonna open your guys' eyes. We're gonna start 2026 off. Before I go under a gag order, I've already been warned. I've already got one charge. I've already been warned. They're gonna want to gag order me. But before they do, I'm gonna give you guys who, what, when, where, and how to look. Just like I've always done. Always tried. But ones like Luke, others, nobody cares about my work. Phoenix, remember that? Remember, I'm just a fucking retard. Not so retarded now when I've got a murder behind bars. And multiple others, the same criminal network they go back to. It's about to be looked at as terrorism. Acts of terrorism by a foreign terrorist organization and the narco-terrorist within the targeting missing and murdered, including Delphi, Karena, Flora 4, Logansport fires. One thing in common, Daniel Haidt, among others, go back to what drug ring they belong to. The retaliation. Remember, I've always said Brad Holder and others were under an FBI joint terrorism investigation the days leading up to Delphi. I've said it, but have I ever showed it? Like I said, 2026, we're going to start off with a bang. And before I go under a gag order, I'm going to give you all the ammo, who, what, where, and how to look. Once I go under a gag order on that case, I don't know how far this is going to go. But before I get completely gagged, silenced like I did on Delphi and Karena McClurkin's case for the first year, 126 days leading up to Delphi, there was known domestic terrorism suspects like Brad Holder that sat in my files for years. Everybody doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to look. But the same Joint Terrorism Task Force allowed 9/11, September 11th, they knew intel. They refused to act. What happened? Flora, 2016, 2018, they knew intel, failed investigations on both mass shooters, allowed adults and children alike to be targeted and murdered en masse. We're going to move up here to Indiana, Indianapolis. FBI, Joint Terrorism Task Force, the same task force that allowed Delphi and other targeted missing murdered cases, now over 40 children, all of the troubled community. Over 200 cases, all of the troubled community. The same troubled community, the FedEx mass shooter. Him and his friends go back to killers like Garrett Kurtz, Ashley Garth. Their friends list that I still have every single friend. It's the same friends that Toby Garth still set friends with. Multiple killers. Some content creators don't want you to see. Just like some content creators having Reggie Valentine, the kingpin, over the 2018 raids, him and his family setting long-time members. We're going to show you what groups, what members I'm talking about. How you getting justice when you're allowing the kingpin and their family to get all the information they ever need on the targeted missing murdered cases they caused. How you ever going to get justice when you're giving the intel? Just like Julie Melvin, Tina Riddell. How about Linda Miller? The same Linda Miller, I can go get raped. Just like I was when I was... you get the idea. I can go get raped. I can have what happened to me all over again for exposing her little inbred incest grandson. And how about Stanley Reed out of Columbus, Indiana? REID, longtime family friend, aka Uncle Stan. What, Linda Miller, the Hulu doc, Linda Miller? She went by Linda Garlic for years. She was a longtime member of the Girls Rule and Buzzards chat. Just like Tina, Meagan, many others. Julie and her friends allowed in. But where does Cody Patty, her immediate family, and the immediate family of Julie Melvin go back to what cartel drug ring? Proven? Facts? Multiple killers her and her family sit friends with? But yeah, join me at 9. You'll be glad you did. We're going to start 2026 off with one hell of a bang.